Hi, this is my deck profile for the Fableds. This is the February 2012. Here's the updated version, or at least my version. One Morphing Jar. This is a Fabled deck. Discarding power is everything, and on top of it you get 5 cards, basically. One Fabled Dianra. With this, basically, it's a huge beat stick, 28 actually. And what it does, basically, you can actually tribute summon it for one Fabled, and the first spell card that your opponent activates lets you discard its Fabled deck, so discarding power is everything. Fabled Diff, when you're about to discard, you can just give him up and get that Fabled back as a spell summon. 2 Fabled Ganeshas. With these basically, once you discard them, they get spell summoned back. It's a level 3, it's not that bad actually. 2 Fabled Chamas. It's a level 1 tuner, 3 is too much, and with that, you can actually just spell summon this guy by discarding another Fabled card, and remember, Fabled discarding power is always everything. 3 Fabled Crust. Fabled Crust has a vicious combo of Grimro and Raven, actually. Fabled Crust, all it does is basically, once it's discarded, it lets you summon any level 4 or below Fabled monster from your graveyard except itself. 2 Fabled Ashen Veil. With Ashen Veil, what you can actually do with these is, before it declares battle, or before you're about to declare a battle declaration, discard one Fabled card, it gains 600 attack, and remember, discarding power is always everything. Fabled Sulcus. It's a level 6, actually has 22 attack, so it's actually pretty decent in size. And with it, once it's in your graveyard, you can send 2 Fables from your hand to the graveyard and special summon them. Fabled Kishanu. He's a main tuner, and he's also very focused. It's just the thing with him, it's like 1's already too much. With him, he actually allows you to discard Fables to bring him back to your hand constantly, so its effect is always useful. 1 Fabled Pegasus. With him, if he is discarded, he allows you to send any Fable from your deck to your hand if he's flipped back up, because he gets special summoned back. Also, he's a level 1 tuner. 1 Honest. It's an obvious choice for Fable decks, they're all light, always win battles. 1 Ruby Ruda. Ruby Ruda is a level 4 tuner, and he just negates attacks by discarding Fables. 3 Cerberals. With Cerberal, you can actually just discard him, and then he'll get special summoned back. Also, he's level 2 tuners, so it's actually very useful. 3 Grimros. With Grimro, if you have any Fable on the field, you're allowed to discard it and search for anything, because these are your main searchers of your deck. They'll get you any Fable you want, including high level ones. 2 Trickies. Trickies have a vicious combo with Cerberals. Trickies allow you to discard 1 card in your hand in order to spell summon it if you discard Cerberal and Tricky. Tricky being level 5, Cerberal being level 2. It's an easy Black Rose without using up your main phase normal summon. 2 Cat Sifs. People run 1 for some reason. I run 2. Once it's discarded, let's destroy 1 face-up monster in front of the side of the field. Also, it's level 1 tuner. 1 Crocator. Destroy 1 card your opponent controls, and it lets you discard. 1700 attack, not that bad. Scythe Hunter, discarding. Sangus, staple. 2 Nazachis. Nazachi has a vicious effect. It's a level 2, and with it allows you to discard 1 Fabled card from your hand and then self-summon it. Along with that, also lets you summon a level 2 or below. Level Leap, obvious. Fabled Toppy. It allows you to actually reveal 1 Fabled from your hand, destroy 2 spell or trap cards. It's like an MST basically on its own. Fabled Raven. It allows you to discard any amount of cards from your hand, whether it be spell traps or monsters. Gains level to equal amount and discarded. Gains 400 attack, so it could be a beat stick, a tuner, and it can also be just the best thing in the deck, pretty much. The whole deck revolves around him most of the times. It's the best tuner in the deck. It's a couple of staples. Warning, Regaiki, Bottomless, Compulsory, Starlight. All these are pretty much self-explanatory. 2 Dark Bribes. 3 is too much. 1 doesn't give you as much defense against spell and traps. Only costs your opponent draws a card. Scapegoat. Gives you 4 little tokens. Use them as synchro material. Reincarnation. Discard and bring it back a Fabled. Always useful. Pot of Avarice. Reset and reuse Fables. Monster Reborn. Staple. Staple. Heavy Storm. Staple. Tribute to the Doom. MST, I'm considering taking it out because of Toppy's usefulness. I'm not sure about it though. Dark World Lightning, I'm sorry. Lets you discard Fabled, or just basically anything, and destroy a face down. Double Summon, you always want as much Fables as you can out. 1 day apiece. It's not needed, I just prefer it. Lets you both players draw a card, and no battle damage will come to you till your next turn. onto the extra deck. One Fabled Kadabi. It basically has this invincibility effect if you have 0 cards in your hand, which you mostly will have with this deck. Fabled cards run out of your hand so fast, so you always have so much speed. 2 Unicorns, I run 1 sometimes. It just gives you the ultimate kind of like Veiler for your deck. It just, if you and your opponent have the same amount of cards in your hands, you have complete immunity to effects. 3 Fabled Radiants, always needed because you're always going to use most of them. What they do is basically if you have below 2 cards in your hand, you get to draw until you have 2 cards. It may not seem like much, but it'll always benefit you. 1 Sea Dragon Lord, it works with Fables a lot because it says if one of your Fables or one of your level 3 or lower gets destroyed, he gives you a little bonus. His attack becomes 3,000. Gaia, level 6, just for that, and also he's a pretty good beat 6. Light End. He starts lowering attack for both him and your opponent, but he gets lessened. Black Rose, bomb the field. Stardust, save your monsters from destruction. Valkyrus, he has a pretty useful effect. He actually lets you discard a card, Fables, and from there you get to draw 1 card, so always have that in usefulness. 1 Trishula. Trishula being the ability of, like, once it's synchro summoned, because it's level 9, you need 2. What happens with him, though, it's always easier to get him out with Fabled because he allows you to remove 1 card from play from your opponent's hand, graveyard, and field. 1 Fabled Leviathan, when he's destroyed, he allows you to bring 3 Fables from your deck to your hand, and also has 3,000 attack, pretty good. Tokens, you're going to need them with Scapegoat. And a little side deck. I like running a Battle Fader, but every now and then, though, not too much. That's only in case of OTKs.